it literally glided right over to my bed and started strangling me in my sleep. And,
Wow.
I've also had a few other guests on, one recently, which she would be awesome to have on your show.
Okay.
She had these similar kind of experiences where she was being strangled, right? Where like we call it in the medical field, because I'm in the medical field. It's called impending doom. It's where you really feel like you're going to die. And most of the time, when patients tell you this, they end up actually coding right in front of you.
Wow.
So I'm getting choked out, man, and I'm my health bar is just going down, dude.
So not to
Dude,
laugh, not to laugh, but I
no,
like every nerd watching this show just started laughing. You know what I'm saying?
oh, dude, my health bar started draining, dude, and it gets to like that blinking red, right? And I'm like, this the only thing I can do is cry out to Jesus Christ. This
Right.
is the only thing that I can do. I can't move. This thing is strangling me. Oh, and on top of that, it's not only strangling me, but it's also, I can feel the grip around my throat, but there's no actual, figure of a hand or anything like that.
Mhm.
But it's also speaking to me while it's doing all of this, and it's speaking in just an unrelatable language that I cannot find today.
Mhm.
It was almost like the language it was speaking was in some way how I can just break it down into an illustration for you. It was like hieroglyphics. If hieroglyphics was to be a language,
Mhm.
that's kind of like what it was. I don't know. It was just wild, man. And I
No,
don't know if
it's
those fallen angel language. I don't know.
no. That's. First of all, I mean, like, there's. Yes, I would like. We'll get that your guest email afterwards. I would like to reach out, but also I'm going to send you a video as well on the sidebar that I would talk to you down. That I would like to speak to you, off record about. And but do you have more? I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
So
mean,
so
I
that
mean,
that that's happening.
with that encounter, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're good. That when that's all happening, like I said, my health bar was getting drained really low, and the only thing I knew what to do was to cry out for help, and that was
Mm.
to Jesus Christ, right? So I'm crying out to Jesus. I'm crying out. Nothing actually is happening right away, but I know that the actual entity, whatever it is, it's getting upset and it's squeezing harder, right? It's like its
Mm.
time is running out with what I'm, speaking in the air, and it was something to where all of a sudden my right hand got free
Mm.
and I went and I reached up to its throat. And all I could think of was like these Rambo movies when like Rambo grips the throat of people. And I was like, rip its larynx out, right? Like, so I'm gripping this thing and I'm squeezing it and I go and it's like again, there's nothing actually that you could there's no characteristics of a neck, so I'm
Mm.
just gripping into this general area and it's the motion of me pulling its its throat out pretty much. And when I did that, my girlfriend reached up, who was in bed the whole entire time. She reached up and she grabbed my arm in the air and she goes, "What the heck is going on?" And I looked to my right and I said, don't you see what's going on?" And I looked to my left back at the thing and it was gone.
Wow.
And so I ran right to the bedroom lights. I turned all the lights on. Had my hands on top of my head, like what the heck was just going on? My girlfriend at the time was just freaking out,
Mm.
like freaking out. This was something like way worse than a nightmare, man. It was
Yeah.
it was it was so real. I can't explain it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
man. Like, I'm sorry that actually happened to you, dude. Like I said, like I've had similar experiences, man. Like, I want to send you a video afterwards for you to check out, and we can chat it up later. I want to stay focused. I want to stay this focused on you. This experience right there. Two things I want. There's two things. I mean, like the shadow man thing is it's a real thing. It's 100. I've had several encounters with them in the past. With them, I've talked to a few other people. Other people were experiencing the same time I was experiencing. But you hit on two things there, man. That I'd like to throw at you into just basically cold questions, man. Before I to just chop it up with you a little bit. What do you think that was? That's the question that I ask so many people, right? Like, because I used to think they were one thing. Now I'm thinking that they might be somebody else. But what do you think that was? Because it was real. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think it was, bro?
Yeah, and I think at that time, what I was thinking of what it was maybe a little different than what I know now because I've
Mhm.
grown since then. I've investigated so much
Mhm.
since then, and I might have a slightly different opinion. But I at the time, I knew it was something that did not like what I was speaking to the group of people that night. This thing, it's like I remember when I made that conscious connection with this thing. As soon as I first locked eyes on it, and I and
Mhm.
I I just was connected with it. I knew it was pissed. I knew it was upset
Right.
and I could only think that it was upset at what I was talking about that night to this group of people, right? I
Yeah.
was talking about the gospel of Jesus Christ. And even and people might, be like, oh, he's just making that up. But just look at our world
Yeah.
today. If people
Mm.
can't stand the name of Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people out there that don't like to talk about religion because maybe Jesus gets brought up, but a lot of other people like to discuss other religions, without a bias, side in the
Yeah.
conversation. And so I think that it was because I was talking about Christ. Now I thought of it as the demonic realm.
Mhm.
These things might be demons or whatever.
Yeah.
And now coming to think about it, of what I kind of know now, it's like, was this thing a disembodied
Yeah.
Nephilim, right? Was
Yeah.
this a Nephilim spirit roaming in the dark places, in these dry places, right, that the Bible kind
Yes.
of talks about? And was it not only pissed off at what I was talking about, but maybe was it trying to oppress me? If who knows what would have happened if it choked me out?
Mhm.
I don't think it would have killed me, but would it have attached to me?
Yeah.
Because there's a progress of things when these evil forces oppress you, right? There's like oppression, then there's
Yeah.
like possession, and then there's like full on like incarnation of like an
Yeah.
actual entity in the flesh, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.